First things first, let's budget. If you ain't liked it before, now you gonna love it. What you used to know, club it. This ain't English class. I'm gonna show you how we does it, right? You don't wanna know. Wait, let's learn how to zero-based budget. Hello, how are you? You might be like, what the heck did I just click on? I thought I was learning how to budget. And you are. This is Finally Flourishing, where we help you flourish in all things faith, finance, and flight. And today's video, as you heard by that amazing rap that I just renditioned for you. Yes, this is an English class. We're not worried about my grammar today. We're worried about your budget today. So let's get into the video. Here we go. So the first thing we're going to talk about is what is zero-based budgeting. It's actually super simple. It just sounds pretty fancy. Something for you to be able to tell your friends and they ask you what kind of budget you have. It's really just making sure that your income plus your expenses equals zero. So if you have $5,000 coming in income, that your expenses are also equal to $5,000, and then you have zero at the end of your budget. It does not mean you're spending your entire check or all of your income every month. It just simply means that every single dollar has a name, has a purpose, and you know where it's going. Budget just sounds like a really ugly and harsh word like diet. It's just like, but budget actually gives you the freedom to be able to have guilty-free spending, which is the best kind of spending, not that regrettable spending where you're like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have bought this now. How am I going to pay for my bills? Or, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have bought this. I don't have enough money for it, or I spent blah, blah, blah. Like when you have $200 in your budget specifically for shopping, you can go out and buy that pair of shoes with confidence. Like, I know that this is my shopping budget. So I'm going to buy this. I'm not going to be sad about it later. I'm going to go, I'm going to wear these shoes, and I'm going to slay. And my budget's still going to be good. So we're going to learn how to do that today. So for a zero-based budget, you can either get an app. There's an app called EveryDollar. This is not sponsored or anything like that. I just love this app. I use it. And it's super simple to do your zero-based budget and keep it on track monthly. You can even connect it to your bank. And so that way you really got to be accountable, because when you swipe that card, you got to be able to put it into one of those categories. And the second thing you can do is pen and paper, which is what I did for a long time. And the example that I'm about to show you guys is going to be pen and paper, well, for you, and it's going to be, you know, dry erase marker and whiteboard for me. So if you don't have a pen and paper, go get one, because we're going to make your budget right now, step by step. I'm going to do everything with you, show you how it works, and how this can be something that changes your financial life. So what you waiting on? Where your paper at? Where's your paper? Go get your paper, okay? This is not going to be like one of those workout videos that you watch where you just sit there eating barbecue chips while they doing the sit-ups, okay? We about to do heavy lifting together, me and you. Let's start. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is write down our income. Your income is any money that you have coming in from anywhere, so on a consistent basis. And if you don't have a consistent salary, then you can still do this type of budget. All you have to do is use your lowest amount. So like I used to work fast food, and I also used to get tips, so it was very inconsistent. So budgeting was a little bit hard to do. But for instance, if you usually will make anywhere between $200 to $400 a week or so, then make sure you use $200. Use your lowest income, your lowest amount as your budget, and then when you get more money, for example, like if you get tips at night, then just work it into your budget. Which it actually isn't as hard as you think, because you know where the money needs to go. Like when I used to get my tips, like I was saving for some equipment and stuff like that, so usually the extra money that I had outside of my budget just went to that. Or if I had something that I wanted to do, I wanted to get my hair done or my nails done, and I didn't have enough money to put it in the budget, then I just added it into the budget. So yes, that's what you're budgeting with. Income. For the sake of this example, we're going to do $2,000 a month from my 9 to 5, and then I have $500 a month that I'm getting from my blog, and then I have another $300 a month that I'm making from YouTube, and then I also have a gig on Fiverr that brings me about $200 a month, not working on it very heavy. So with all these different sources of income, we have a total of, let me make sure I can do math. Yeah, okay, of $3,000 a month in income. So include anything that you're doing, and those are just a few side hustle options. By the way, if you are interested in making extra money, want to know some ways to make side hustles, we also have a video coming out on that, so make sure you subscribe to be notified when we upload it. But yes, so $3,000 a month in total income. So our income is $3,000. Cool. So the first thing that you want to list as far as your expenses is saving and giving. Why? Because saving and giving is not a matter of money. It's a matter of priorities. You have money. It's just whether or not you prioritize saving your money and giving your money. So I always put that as the very first things, because then you'll work everything else around it. And when you set in your mind that no, saving is not negotiable, giving is not negotiable. There's a quote that says, the one who says that they can't afford to save is simply lying to themselves, or something to that effect. And it's so true. If you want to save, you can. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It's just a matter of your priorities on where that money is going, and taking out things that you don't need to be able to save and put money towards the things that actually matter to you. So I am a Christian. I believe in tithing, and so I tithe 10% of my income. So that goes first. So tithes, 10% is $300, and then savings, $200. Next, we have your regular monthly expenses. So for the rest of our expenses, you want to make sure you always have your 4 walls. That's food, shelter, utilities, and transportation. So let's knock that out. So we have rent in Columbia in the South. We got real cheap rent, so you can get a nice 1-bedroom apartment, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, or even 1 bedroom, 2 bathroom for $500 a month. And then I have my car payment and my car insurance. And my car payment is about $180 a month. My car insurance is about $160 a month. And it's supposed to be going down. I'm sitting here telling all my business. My water bill is about $20 a month. My electricity is about $120 a month. My gas, the amount of gas that I spend in my car is fuel efficient, so in a month I probably spend about $60. My phone bill is about $80 a month for cable and internet. That bill is about $100 a month. I love to cook, so groceries. My groceries are probably about $150. No, I'm lying. It's like $200 a month in groceries. Because I like to cook, so I be buying like steaks and lambs and stuff. Because I be thinking I'm a chef or something, and it'd be eating my pockets. Then in monthly subscriptions, like I said, you want to, with your budget, you want to get as specific as possible. So Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, your annual subscriptions, you want to take those and break them down into what they would cost you monthly. So if your annual subscription to a website is $120, you want to break that down across every month, so $10 a month. And for me, I'll just call it subscriptions, just because we can't list all of that right now. I just can't. But my subscriptions is about $50 a month in subscriptions. And then I probably pay between credit card debt, personal loans, student loans, about $400 a month in debt. So I am not a mathematician, contrary to popular belief. So I'm going to use my phone, or my mom's phone, because I'm recording on my phone. And we are going to add all of this up. So the grand total of all of my expenses is $2,370. Yay! I can afford my expenses. Okay, so there are 2 things that happen at this point depending on what your budget looks like. One of those things is you get a number like this where your expenses are less than your total income, which is good. This is where you want to be. The other scenario that happens here, which if you're in this place, there is no shame. I was there too, but we want to get out of it, where this number is more, than our income, which means we need to cut down some expenses. So for instance, you have to think, okay, what can go or what can I lessen? If we're looking at this, if this were me and this were more than the amount of income I had, I think, okay, well, cable. Do I really need cable? I have Netflix and Hulu. Maybe we can scratch out the cable. Or groceries. Do I need to spend $200 a month on groceries? How can I cut that down to $100 a month on groceries? Electricity. What can I turn off? Things like that. But in a lot of times what happens is people will go straight for, oh, well, I need to go straight for my tithes. I need to go straight for my savings and take money from that. No, you need to cut down on your expenses on all this stuff in green. Or you need to think about ways that you can increase your income to be able to match that. So once you've got that all together and your expenses is now less than your income, this is when we get into the bulk of what zero-based budgeting is about. So many people would stop here and say, great, I have this money left over. So that means, I'm on a calculator right now, that's why I'm looking down. That means that I have $630 to blow. Woohoo! Let's go out. Let's make it rain. Let's just go spend it. No, it's not what we're going to do. At least not like that. Oh, now, the money you have left, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It matters more that you know what you're doing with it. So, personally, I like to travel, so I try to go on one trip a month, whether that be a day trip or a staycation or anything. So, I want to take $230 out of this to travel. I want to put $100 back into my business. I know I didn't spell business all the way. I know it says bus. Don't come for me, okay? I know sometimes I like to eat out, so I'm gonna give myself $50 for fast food or restaurants. I'm not really big on getting my nails done, but I do like to get my toes done. I do like to get my eyebrows done. So I'm giving myself my toes and brows. I'm gonna give myself $50 for that. And on second thought, I want to go harder in my business. I'm gonna put $200 back into the business. And actually, there are a couple movies coming out this month that I want to see. I might take a friend, so I'm gonna put $50 to the movies, and then I'm also going to do $50 for charity. Like if I see somebody on the street asking for money or something like that, or if one of my friends needs to borrow a few bucks or anything like that, then I can have that $50 there. So, and now the grand total of all of this, I'm trying to use a color I haven't used. I'm going to use yellow, so if you can't see it, I'm sorry. But all of this, the total of my entire budget equals 0. And that is what you want. You want all of your expenses to equal your income, which gives you a total of 0. So with your free money, or your money that would be right here, you might want to go shopping, or you might want to get your nails done every 2 weeks, or you might want to get your hair done, or you might want to go to a football game or whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is that you know exactly where your money is going. Now, this is just the bare bones and basics of budgeting, but if you want a pro tip, make sure that you actually keep track of all of your seasonal expenses so they aren't sneaking up on you. For example, Christmas, you know Christmas is coming the exact same time every single year, yet so many of us let it jump up on us and surprise us, and then we find ourselves taking from our expenses to be able to pay for Christmas gifts. Like, yo, you got all year to save up for Christmas. So, you know Christmas is coming. What if you were able to add to your savings a Christmas savings, and you set aside just $100 a month? That way now, when Christmas comes around, you have $1,200 to be able to spend on Christmas presents that didn't break your bank. Or, you know, anniversaries, you know, birthdays. For instance, majority of my best friends' birthdays fall in the end of fall, the beginning of winter. They're all in like November and December. Just about. And so I know that I'm going to be broke from birthday parties, from cruises, from all the stuff they want to do for their birthdays, and the presents that I have to get them. So in advance, I can prepare for that by setting aside money every month, or at least money during that season. Back to school shopping if you have kids, you know that's coming. Anniversaries, you know that's coming. So don't let it catch you by surprise. Put it in the budget, and you gonna like it. You gonna love it. We gonna do this. We gonna does it. Okay. And the most important part, because if you do all of this and don't do this next thing, none of it will matter, is keep track of your expenses. Which, of course, you can do, like I said, you can do it on paper, or downloading the app every dollar is seriously a lifesaver and a time saver. And again, it's not sponsored. I just really love that app because it has helped me so much with budgeting and keeping track of my money. And if you want to do the baby steps, which if you don't know what those are, then I'll leave the link of a book below. It's called Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey, which helps you make over your money if you want to get out of debt, if you want to have savings, you want to save up for your kids' college funds, for your wedding, whatever. If you want to get your life together financially and you're really serious about it, which I feel like you are because you watched this whole video to the end, then get that book. It seriously changed the way I thought and looked at money. And it's from, as a Christian, a biblical perspective. It also includes like what God says about it and what God says about being in debt. And it definitely has changed my financial world. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more information on all things faith, finance, and flight, please make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss a single video. And always remember that you were made to thrive. Have a great day.